So this has been one of the most demanded videos on my channel, and here I am finally recording it. I wanted to record this video quite a long time ago, and I even recorded all the little in-between clips that I needed for this video more than a month ago, but then I had to do a lot of stuff like getting my visa, going on little trips with my family and everything. So now all of that is done. I'll be finally sharing my workout routine and what keeps me motivated, as well as my diet. I don't really follow a specific diet, but still I do follow a healthy one, if you want to say it like that. So yeah, first we're going to go through my workouts and then onto my diet, as well as the things that keep me motivated. Okay, so starting off with my workouts, I do a push-pull leg split. So on Sundays, I do chest, shoulders, and tris. On Monday, I do back and arms. And on Tuesdays, I do legs. And from Wednesday onwards, I repeat wherever I did the other half of the week. But anyways, on push days, which is my favorite, I hit chest first, and I usually hit triceps the second. But if the machines are full, if anyone else is using it, I hit shoulders and then I go into triceps. So I start off chest with a flat bench press. I start off with smaller weights and then gradually increase to the max that I can lift. I do 4 to 5 sets depending on the weight. So if I am doing smaller weights, I will do maybe 5 sets, and if I am doing a bit heavier weights, I do 4 sets. Then I go on the incline bench. The same rule applies. So I just start up with the lowest weight, go on adding the weight. If the weight is light, I do more reps and more sets, and if the weights are heavy, I do low reps with low sets. And recently I have started using this machine as well, and let me tell you, this is actually fire for your chest, and it feels so good when you're doing it. You gotta try it at least once. And on this machine, I only do 3 sets max with 8 to 12 reps, and I keep the weight uniform all the way, so I do not change the weight at all. And then to finish off chest, I hit this peg deck fly machine. I do 3 drop sets with 2 subsets each. Then I go into the tris. I have also recently started doing dips, like actual dips. I used to do dips on the bench before, and it is actually embarrassing, but I only tried doing the dips a year after I joined the gym. You know, to do the dips, you have to go this high onto the machine, and you have this feeling if anything goes bad, you're gonna fall to your death. Not really, it's not that high, but so I just recently started doing dips, and I go for about 3 to 4 sets, about 6 to 8 reps. And from today onwards, when I'm gonna go to the gym later, I'm gonna start adding weights to my waist, so you know, progressive overload. And I do 3 drop sets of cable pushdowns, each set containing 2 subsets. To finish off tris, I do overhead tricep extensions, and for these as well, I follow the same rule as before. Now for shoulders, I start off with lateral raises. I'll do 3 or 4 sets of these depending on how I feel that day. So if I'm feeling strong, I go for 4 sets, but if I'm feeling like I do only 3 sets, and for each set I do 20 reps. I know that is a lot, but you gotta push, right? My gym did get this machine recently, but it is not that well set up. When I was using that with like the smaller weights, you could actually feel it in there. So definitely try that as well if your gym has it. And I do rear delt flies on this pec machine, and for this one as well, I do drop sets, and I actually hold it in after I'm done for about 12 seconds. And final, to finish off the day, I do shoulder presses on this machine rather than with the dumbbells, and I go in for at least 6 to 8 reps on each set. I do 3 to 4 sets for these. And then if I am using a newer, heavier weight, I go in for only about 8 to 9 reps, because in a few weeks I get used to that weight, and then I can increase the weight again, and then by that time I'm already hitting about 12 reps. So when I get to that point, I increase the weight and go back into 6 or 8 reps. After push days and pull days, I do cardio for 40 minutes. Before, I used to hop on the treadmill for 40 minutes, 12 incline and 3 miles per hour speed / 4.8 kilometers per hour speed, and that was about it. But my gym has got this new Stairmaster, and it's even better than the treadmill. I only did the Stairmaster at level 4, but as I'm progressing, I am starting to do it at level 7, and it sucks the life out of you. It's really energy consuming, but it's great. Next up is pull day. This day I hit back and arms, and I start up with deadlifts, and for this I keep on increasing the weight. So I start up with the small weights, and then I work my way up. Right after, I do pull-ups with my body weight at first, and then I attach the weights to my waist. I don't know why, but I'm not really able to progress in these pull-ups as fast as other muscle groups, but I do know that I have come a long way from where I started. After pull-ups, I do 3 to 4 sets sets of rows, and my grip depends on what I'm trying to hit. So if I'm holding the bar, my palms facing up, I'm hitting lats. And if I'm holding the bar with my palms facing down, I'm targeting my upper back. Then I go on to do 4 sets of shrugs. I do around 18 reps each. After each set, I hold it in like this, and then again hold it in when it's down. Then I do 3 drop sets of lat pull downs. So each set contains 2 subsets. For the heavier weight, do around 8 reps, and then I decrease the weight and I try to do at least 6 reps. And finally, I do single arm lat pull downs. So usually I do it on the seated bench that is like attached to the cable machine, but sometimes I use the bench that is like movable around the gym, and I prop it in front of the cable pull machine. And I gotta say, I genuinely enjoy doing these. And for arms, I keep it fairly simple. I do 3 sets of these seated bicep curls, and I only do around 12 reps for each set. And after some rest, I go on to this bench, which is like adjustable, and I do 3 supersets of spider curls and incline dumbbell curls. At first, I do these spider curls, 12 reps each, and then immediately after, I do incline curls, and I try to do at least 8 reps on these. And that's all for biceps. Or the forearms, I do 3 sets of standing wrist curls until failure, and right after that, I go on to the wrist curls machine, and I do that till failure as well. Now comes a day that I think almost everyone skips out on. Start off with the lowest weight and then make my way up to the highest weight that I can go, and I do that within 4 or 5 sets because I'm not doing anything more than that for legs, and squats are not one of my favorites when it comes to legs. Then I hop onto the leg press machine. I start off with the small weights and then gradually increase the weight, and when the weights are lighter, I do a bit more reps, but as the weights keep on increasing, I only do around 8 reps. That's about it. And I do 3 sets of adductors as well as glutes till failure on this machine. So for the first 3 sets, I do adductors, and only after that do I do glutes. And then after this machine, I go on to the hamstring curls machine. I do drop sets on these as well. So I do a total of 3 sets with 3 subsets. So after each set, I do hold it in the air for a while, and I do this position where it's like engaging my hams. And then on the same machine, I do hip thrusts, so it's gonna give it that beautiful cake. For hip thrusts, I do 3 sets till failure, and after each set, I do hold it up for about 12 seconds to get the most out of it. After hip thrusts, I go on to this machine for calf raises. I do 4 sets with 8 to 12 reps. I keep alternating the direction where my feet are pointed. So for the first set, I'll keep my feet pointed out. For the second set, I'll keep my feet pointed in. For third, out. Fourth, in. And after each set, I hold it for a while, and then I place down the weight, and immediately after, I go on again with my own body weight. Now comes another exercise that I particularly don't enjoy that much, but at the same time, I'm happy to do that. And those are Bulgarian split squats. These will suck the life out of you, because when I'm doing these, I feel like, why am I even doing this? But after I'm done, I'm like, it wasn't that bad. But then I remember I have another leg, but at the end of the day, I am doing it all for myself. But to be honest, I am starting to actually enjoy doing these. Call me crazy. And yeah, I only do 3 sets with 12 reps each. For this one, for the weights that I'm used to, I do 12 sets. But if I am using a heavier weight, I go in for at least 8 reps. And finally, for legs, I do these supersets of leg extensions and sissy squats. So I do drop sets for the leg extensions, each set containing 3 subsets. After finishing each set of the leg extensions, I'm starting the sissy squats because this will actually give you so much stretch. It's incredible. But yeah, that was it. And yeah, for abs, I sometimes do planks at home, and at the gym, I just use this crunch machine or do the cable crunches, and that is about it for the abs. For my diet, I don't really follow any specific diet, to be honest. I'm not really strict about it, but I do try to keep it clean. For more than 2 years, I've been having the same breakfast, which is oats, chia seeds, flax seeds, raisins, almonds, cashews, bananas, and peanut butter. And if I have some protein, I do put it in as well. I don't really get tired of it. Maybe the reason might be because I prepare my oats overnight, so when I'm about to eat it, it's not hard. It's like really good. For lunch, I usually have rice with tuna and tofu, and additionally, I have either chicken or eggs, so it depends on what my mom makes. And then at dinner, I usually have whatever I did not have in the afternoon. So if I had chicken, I'll have eggs, but if I had eggs, I'll have chicken. And if I am having chicken, I'm usually having either sandwiches or pasta or grilled chicken with fruits and yogurt, and these are what I normally eat. I also eat other food, but these food are like my daily routine essentially. For the snacks, I usually have either protein bars or nuts or raisins, not because I have to, but because I actually want to. Okay, so we're done with the workouts, we're done with the food, but what about motivation? You gotta have something to motivate yourself to push yourself even further. For me, it has been pretty simple. My main source of motivation, I think, is looking back at myself. I used to be fat before. Also, I do get videos of other people into fitness on my socials. It only actually motivates me, so that's great for me. And if you can take it that way, good for you. And I don't really have any unrealistic goals. I don't have any plans of going on the stage for a fitness show or being super shredded. Like, I only started working out 2 years ago and only started seeing progress maybe in a year. And I know that. And likewise, I set realistic goals for my own body so that I'm not really exhausting myself or setting myself up for disappointment. And another thing that keeps me motivated is that clothes fit nicer when you're fit. And people actually start complimenting you, like you go to the gym, you have a nice body, your clothes fit really nicely on you, things like that. And that is something that motivates me as well. And it is really essential that I get good rest. Believe me, because without proper rest, I will not be getting out of the bed. Because if I don't sleep enough, I'll have this pounding headache throughout the day and I'll just feel tired and demotivated. And it is okay to take breaks. It is okay to take rest days because it gives your body time to heal, right? And yeah, another thing, please stay hydrated. A lot of people don't drink water, surprisingly. I drink more than enough, so dehydration is not a problem for me. And it really helps to have a motivating gym buddy. So even if you're feeling demotivated, they can help you push, and that works for 99% of the times. And this last tip might be a bit counterintuitive, but just go away, and even if you're not motivated. Yeah, I know what demotivated means, but when you're going into the gym, you'll feel so bad. You'll feel like, why am I even here? What am I even doing? But after a few sets, you're gonna be like, oh, I am so glad that I didn't stay home. I am so glad that it actually came. That has actually happened to me a lot of times. So yeah, those were the things that it can do to motivate yourself and force yourself to work out. Let me know if you want to know anything else. I really hope this is helpful. Comment down below what your favorite workout is, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, take care. I will see you guys next week.